Hello and welcome to another Gags Tandon show. It's me and my man Jack. Jack, how you doing, bud?
Not too bad, mate. Thank you very much for having me on once again, mate. And the Reds are flying. 7 wins from a possible 7. Couldn't have got any better, really, in the Champions League this season. So not too bad, indeed. But
Couldn't
hope
have
you're
gone.
well, mate.
I'm
Good.
good, thank you. I'm good. Yeah, I'm glad that they're back to winning ways. To be honest, this year I was a bit worried that the first team was struggling to win games. So we're back to winning two wins in a row now in the Premier League, and one in the Premier League, one in the Champions League. I was surprised at how strong he went. What did you think? I mean, we could start with the lineups. Really,
Yeah.
what were your feelings with the lineups?
Yeah, Trent got a rest. Obviously, Bradley come in, Quansah come in, Simica's come in as well. Very surprised. We spoke over recent weeks on your show, mate, in terms of Ryan Gravenberg. I think a lot of people have said, I'm very surprised. I would have liked to have seen Grav rested tonight, but I think Slot coming with the intention
45
of
minutes.
wanting to win the game as quickly as it possibly could. But a very strong side, mate. But I think they was given the quality that is currently still in this Liverpool squad. There's places up for grabs certainly this season, and pleasantly surprised, mate. Were you surprised to see such a strong starting 11, mate? Or?
Very much so, and like I wasn't expecting Dom to play 60 minutes as well this midweek because I really thought that we would save him. He's been a real big difference maker for us, I think, in terms of the energy he brings in. And at the same time, I'm not sure. I'm hoping there's nothing wrong with Curtis, but didn't finish the strong very well with after he did the splits, did he? So I was a little bit worried that the one of the halftime ones might have been forced, but fingers crossed that's not the case. Hopefully not. But I mean, I'm just like I said, I'm just hoping that that's not the case, and if not, great. And if it was always planned, then no problem at all from my part. You know what I mean? No problem at all. So as long as everybody's got through that, okay, and it's fine. Can't really argue, can you? I think my only worry is I expected this to be a real big rotation, like massive, and expected Harvey to start. I expected things like that to happen, and I expected Endo to start, things like that. But he's obviously taking it seriously now. I think if he doesn't rotate a PSV like fully, because we're top now, we cannot be moved.
Yeah, top.
Yeah, we're top of the of the Champions League, and we can't be moved in that one now. So I'm just like worried. He's just got to save legs next week, Jack. You got to, Plymouth and that. I mean, are they back to back those games?
Yeah, next week we got PSV on the Wednesday. Yeah, it depends, mate. It depends though. If that revenue is going towards the new contracts, bud. The revenue, if it's going towards the contracts, we need, as certain supermarkets do say, every little helps really. In terms of the contracts, mate. But yeah, I'd like to say possibly, but it depends because you get quite a fair bit of expenditure in terms of winning games in Europe anyway. So
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced about the contract, and I'm not convinced about.
That's a whole other show for another night. Yeah.
It is. It is. We're getting past. Oh, wait up! What's happened there? There you go. That's my fault. I thought there was something. It was saying show, and I did it. That's fine. No problem. My bad. If you're joining us, please do jump on YouTube and give us some comments, etc. We'll be happy to get your thoughts. I think it's going to be a quiet night, to be honest, Jack. I don't think anyone's too excited about this game.
Watching this Liverpool town will make it exciting, though, mate. And we got some goals. It was goals as well. Like, just a quick one on that, Gags. Were you surprised by the quality that Lille did bring tonight? Because I know before we come on here,
I heard that they've been pretty strong. I think
21 games unbeaten.
I've heard that. I've heard 21 games unbeaten, and they were 6th in the Champions League, right? So there's a lot of teams that they must have played a lot of good teams.
Beat Real Madrid, beat Atletico as well along the way.
Wow. Well, there you go. Go. But this loss has dropped them down to 11th now. But before this game, they'd won 3 out of the last 4 in the Champions League. So, I guess one was Sturm Bologna. Oh, Atletico and Madrid away.
Yeah, away as well. So.
Yeah, so that's not to be sniffed at, right? At the end of the day. So yeah, I think, but that was a long while ago. But Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, but you'd still expect to beat them. Would that be
Yeah.
a fair enough assessment? You'd still expect them to, to beat them. So
Yeah, say it.
we do have our comment in. Daniel, evening, Jack, Gags and Jack, professional performance of the lads. Mo back on the score sheet. Kwanzaa man of the match. No injuries onto weekend. I still want to hear about Jones. I'm hoping High Pete up the Reds. I'm hoping he's okay because the splits didn't look. They looked a bit nasty, didn't they? Maybe it's just a bit soreness. Fingers crossed. I thought they did start really well, and I think they brought that confidence into the game, which is great for them. But I thought we were really sloppy because let's be honest, we completely controlled that game. They didn't really have anything. I completely agree with Pete saying, good professional performance in third gear.
100%.
I completely agree. I think the third gear part was really you could see that the final ball was completely off. In that first half, and well, actually the whole game, I'd say, really off. So I don't think I think the players were just taking it pretty easy, expecting to win. And then Mo, with I think that was a really good, incisive move in terms of Costas winning the ball back. Curtis with a beautiful pass
straight through the middle. Wow.
Straight through the
middle.
middle. Mo's finish, by the way.
Tell you, it was that chance though that he missed. Was it in the first half where the ball come over?
It was straight after that. So it comes over him. The touch on the run.
Amazing. Yeah.
That's world class, man. That touch, and then the pace to keep going. And I think he just got a nudge in the back before he shot. Did you notice? Got a nudge in the back. Otherwise, that was going in the net as well.
Typical defender challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta expect that from the defender, I guess, to try and put him off. Had he fallen over, it was a bit harder of a push. It would have been a penalty, but he got the shot off and he went wide. And that was, like you say, you got to hats off to the defender for that more than Mo, I think, missing it. But the whole pass and run and move, oh man, yeah, pretty damn special. But he was off color today. Got his goal, but I thought he was. I mean, and maybe after the goal he got better, but his passing even in the second half wasn't at his best. He's still, still need to get there. I love my under saying Mo Salah being selfish reminds me of old times. Nunes looking like he's carrying on good form. Chiesa refreshing to see. So many bench options. Arna learning to rotate. Keep those fresh legs. I wish he rotated a bit more, but your thoughts on Nunes?
I think he had a good game, mate. You guys, you were watching the watch along. I think me and chat were made up when he scored, but I said death taxes and Darwin Nunes being offside. It's just inevitable, really.
He just was watching. Did you see? He was just watching Chiesa. He was just like, oh wait, okay, I'll score now. And it's like,
I was annoyed with that, but it is what it is with Nunes. The thing is, in terms of off the ball movement tonight from Nunes was absolutely exceptional, especially when the game was, as you've alluded to there, mate, very flat in certain elements. But even still, I think him and Diaz tirelessly off the ball. I think they're pressing even in the dull moments in terms of when the game was a bit flat. I think those two lads were absolutely in tip top form from a pressing point of view as well for me, mate.
Yeah, Nunes was a bit aware of the line. He gets a goal, and Dan Kennett said in Discord, Darwin did well in defense. I thought Darwin worked really hard, and at the start of the first half, you could really tell how much his touch was better, how much confidence there was more in him, and that's the big difference. Where when a player is just a bit down, you can tell they're down on themselves. Nothing feels right. Nothing. Even holding up the ball, it's like you're nervous with the ball. It's just so much. That nervous energy changes everything in a professional footballer's game. And today, he just felt like, he didn't get many chances at all. Oh, he got one, didn't he, second half? Where I thought, Torres or Suarez would have dinked that. I was just having like flashbacks, dink it, and then he just goes low as he normally does, and that was easy save in the end, trading leg. But if he starts to just dink the ball sometimes in those type of finishes,
he'll be getting
quite a few. Yeah, he needs to change it up a bit. But like I said, it's fine. I think he's got the monkey off his back, on the weekend, and you can tell he's a bit different. If he got a goal tonight, I think he'd go on a real big run. So fingers crossed. Maybe Diaz is the one now in a bit of a rut. I think
Possibly. I think in terms of from a freshness point of view, though, mate, I don't know how you felt with Diaz. I felt it was very fresh in terms of his off the ball running tonight. But I get obviously it didn't help when he got absolutely clotheslined on the counter on that second half. I think all of us would have been walking quite difficulty, like obviously with their red card anyway, the second yellow card for Mandini, from Mandy anyway. But yeah, he had a couple of occasions, but I think transitioning Liverpool tonight, as you've alluded to, with Salah on a couple of occasions. But I think Diaz, a bit rusty tonight, but I'm pretty sure when it comes round to Saturday, if he is starting,
it would be nice in front of goal if he started to get a bit more production again going, because that's what's missing from him at the moment, I think. 100%. So, I mean, we just need Mo, Diaz, and a few of the others getting going again. I think Gakpo's been fine. He regularly just pops up. Nothing changed, but Mo had been quiet, so this is good for him. Hopefully against Ipswich, he comes in with a bit more of that drive, that he's had all season. So hopefully this gets his year going, 2025 going again. Who else was there on that last comment? It was Chiesa. He's a live wire, isn't he, when he's coming on? I feel like
left-hand flank, mate. Very favoured position that he did have in the Italian national side. But it's that option, though, mate, isn't it? In terms of off the left, off the right, but just provides Liverpool. We can stay fit. Such a integral cog to this Liverpool system this season, mate. Certainly.
Yeah. I totally agree. The season would go nuts if like all of the forwards just came back in form again. It would literally just go the next. I think what's important for me, Jack, I don't know if you agree with this, the next 4 league games are the ones for me. Like or at least the next 3. If we win the next 3, because that includes the game in hand, I've got a feeling that the rest of the league will unravel itself. Because at the same time, I think Man City play Arsenal. Things like that are going on. Forest will probably play maybe Man City or Arsenal as well. I'm not sure, but I think they've all got pretty tough games in there. So, I mean, the other side of the coin is that if we do drop points, there's chances for others to drop points. What I don't want it to do is go to the last 5 games, because there's some crunch ones in there.
Want that.
You want to try and get it done with. I mean, those last 5 games, as long as you're 9 to 12 points ahead, it's done.
Well, you want it in control of us, mate, don't you?
You don't want it to be like 3 points ahead with 5 games to go, and you've got Arsenal and Chelsea and all these things. The pressure just,
let it be up to us.
Let it be up to us. So that's why I'm saying the next 3 or 4 league games, and I think City's the 4th. So the next 3, if we could just get 3 wins at that point, the pressure is on everyone else, not on us. And I think even if City then went on a run at that point, if we won 3 more, it starts to feel like, well, that's it now, 15 points ahead. Of us, and they just keep winning.
And even, I was going to say, mate, we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago on your show, mate, didn't we, in terms of the rotation for the final game against PSV. Obviously, you've mentioned the fixture congestion, but even still, we just mentioned the Premier League, and obviously we got the EFL Cup second leg as well. Just allows that bit more rotation, because we're top spot now. We said at the top of the show, if Slot wants to go 8th, mate, then sound. But I think it'd be very unwise if Arna did go very strong in the final game. There's no need. Play McConnell, play Dams, and just rotate for the other games. But
I mean, I want to just look at the fixtures quickly. For Liverpool,
Ipswich on Saturday. We got them, haven't we? So
that's
not going to be an easy
Saturday.
game.
What's happened? Where's Liverpool gone on this now?
Yeah, do you want me to read them out, mate?
Go for it. Go for it. You read them out.
You got obviously Liverpool, Ipswich on Saturday. Obviously a 3 p.m. kickoff. We'll be doing a watch long for that on Anfield Index. So hopefully you all do tune in for that. Then obviously we travel away from home on Wednesday. PSV Eindhoven are at home. Obviously Arne Slot's former sides.
Show me the next 3 PL games. When are the next 3 PL especially?
3 Premier League, Ipswich. Obviously at Saturday. On Saturday, Then Bournemouth away for Liverpool, and then obviously we got the Everton game, as you said.
So what are the dates on those? So we got one this weekend, then the Bournemouth one is the weekend after, or a bit later than that?
Yeah, I'll just quickly share it, miss. It'll be easier
Yeah,
for
go
you.
for it.
For stream. There we go. Do. Can you see that? Can you see that one? Oh,
Yeah.
that'll zoom in. Would be nice. Especially when... There you go, chat.
Okay, so Bournemouth is the 1st of Feb.
Yes,
So
the
we're
Feb, yeah.
talking a week again. A week after. It's exactly a week after Ipswich, and it's a Saturday 3:00. I hate Saturday 3:00.
Yeah.
And then so Plymouth is actually with Tottenham, so we'll have to go
Yeah.
strong Tottenham again.
2 cup games there, isn't it?
Yeah, so Plymouth can rest. We can rest Plymouth. So it's okay. So it's Everton. Oh, then Wolves as well. So I'd say the next 4. What's the one after that? Is there another one after that?
So let's go on the other fixture. So after the Wolves game, we will
it's
have
Man City.
the big one.
Yeah. So I would, and then you got Newcastle. So that's where the crunch bit comes in for us.
Yeah.
So if you go back again, the 4 are, Ipswich, Bournemouth, Everton, and Wolves.
Yeah.
So those 4, I say you win those 4, and you get towards the end of Feb, and you just see, you just see where you are. Because personally, I honestly think at that point, if that's happened and the others have dropped more points, it's too far away for everybody else. So we've got to focus on the near term more than looking too far away. Game at a time, win each one if we can. And I think that Bournemouth one's a big test. I think Everton look like they're going to be a big test again now as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully not. Hopefully Moisey it.
Yeah, fingers crossed. And a little bit of a Luis Suarez celebration, even Darwin. Little dive in front of the goal could be nice as well. Scores the winner in the 95th minute. We love a late derby goal anyway. Fingers crossed.
Ahmad, absolutely fantastic. Top of the Champions League with a game to spare. But if we did lose the next one and Barcelona got a better goal difference, so we want to be careful of that. Did Barca win in the end today?
Oh, did you win? They were getting beat 4-2, weren't they, chat? Yeah, let's have a quick look.
They won 5-4.
Oh, wow. Tell you what, that'll be one to watch.
Oh, my God. Rafinha in the 96th, 97th minute. That's madness. I didn't know that. No wonder I thought, what? They're only 3 points behind. So, yeah, we if we want a draw gets it, though. A draw at PSV gets it, so we can.
Atletico went both down to 10 men. That's got a full-on Diego Simeone game. They won 2-1. That was
I don't want to play Atletico if we get through. They're pain in the ass.
Alvarez with the 2 goals.
Chiesa, when fit, is an absolute Italian mobster. Just walk out with his Tommy gun firing. Fucking hell, Mr. Sinclair. Sorry, swearing. But...
Top forward.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what was this one here? Sav saying intensity was not there today. Too passive. However, like Endo, Harvey, and Freddie. When Freddie is fit, you mean Fede? Do we call him Freddie?
Fede Valverde. That's what he calls himself. Fede. Fedi.
Yeah, Fede. So I'm not too bothered that the intensity was not there today. To be honest, Sav, this is a game where it was a free hit for us. The fact that we're going to be able to finish top with it, or at least have a chance to, is great. I wasn't looking for intensity today. I really am glad that they weren't intense today, because that's when the injuries would come. Willem says you're missing 1 point. Slot wants to help his former club by beating PSV. Therefore, expect stronger than. Oh dear, yeah, it would be a mistake though, mate. It would be a real mistake if we went strong next week.
It was like that. Was it Gags, the member chat as well? The Jota injury a couple of years ago against Copenhagen when he played a pointless game and he was out for 3 months in the title running.
We shouldn't be risking it, Jack. We just shouldn't. A draw's enough. Just take the draw and go through. You get big money for finishing top, apparently, or something like that. I'm not sure, but that's what I heard. So, yeah, I'm surprised. I thought Bradley was a bit wasteful first half. And got caught a few times as well in defence. What did you think with Bradley?
Yeah, bit of a obviously coming back in from obviously Trent anyway in that regard. But I think obviously with the goal, we'll quickly go through the goal if you want, mate. It was down that left hand channel, quite sloppy really from Liverpool, considering they did go down to 10 men. Lille, mate, in all honesty, but I think obviously their fire, but it's just as we said already, as Chat already alluded to, the intensity wasn't quite there, and it was quite poor defending. Being honest, would have been nice to have got the clean sheet, mate, but. Yeah, Bradley, it come down his left-hand side and certainly Costas didn't cover himself in full glory, really, just kicking it straight into the path of one of them, a very top striker in terms of Jonathan David, and he's going to gobble them up, really, and put in the back of the net, mate. But, yeah, it wasn't the best of performances, really, by Connor, mate, but I think it was just a whole team collective, really, I'd say. But even still, when you've got Van Dijk and Jarell Quansah, looks much better when he's alongside Virgil, but there will be points this season, mate, as we all know, where Van Dijk might be out, whether he's getting rested or whatnot. But even still, when he gets the opportunity, Quansah this season needs to step up. Van Dijk can't always hold his hand.
No, and I think Van Dijk needs to be missing PSV for sure. I think he needs to be missing Plymouth as well. So, those are two chances for him not to play, if that makes sense. At least in those fixtures that we just talked about. So when is that then? So he's got next midweek off, and then I guess it's only a week and a bit later for Plymouth as well. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think if we can then drive forward and hopefully not get then we don't get the Champions League game because we're in the top 8. So the two Champions League weeks that are coming in for the middle game, playoff games, we don't get that midweek game, which is great for us. I think maybe we got Everton there, to be honest.
Yes.
So we get that one, but we get the other one we don't. So we can have a break there. So unless they put in the Carabao in there, I don't know. But yeah, this is the thing. When you're in all the cups, it makes it really difficult to start to rest players and help them out. That's the problem. Let me get this added to the stage for you.
Yeah, so you see that. So yeah, as we said, chat, anyone just tuning in now is having a little look at the fixtures. So obviously, 2 cup games, you'd see quite a fair bit of rotation. But with Tottenham, mate, then absolutely
you've got a chance to go to Wembley now.
Yeah,
there's no way anyone's getting rested for Spurs.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Play the main lads.
We just got to be realistic about it, right?
Yeah. Steady rotation against Plymouth away, probably play McConnell.
That's why, Jack, PSV and Plymouth just seem like great times to rest a lot of the first team, because we're going to play 1st, 6th. So, yeah. So the great thing is play Ipswich, hopefully get a good result. Then you've got the 1st and the 6th, which is actually quite a nice gap between the Saturday and the Thursday, right? So you actually getting plenty of rest for those players, and then you get a day extra in there. Like it's a 5-day gap. So what they say is the first 3 days, it takes if you play after 3 days, you don't get a recovery day. The 4th and 5th days become your recovery days. That's actually great for players. The longer the phase between games for them, the better it is. Sorry, I have to keep cleaning my glasses, but I don't know what's wrong with them today. But so that's actually really good. That works out really well for us. Those 2 games there between Bournemouth and Tottenham. Then we rest again for Plymouth, and you've got it's a 6-day gap for the first team between that and Everton, and then that's normal. Everton to Wolves. When's the City game? The next one then? 16th.
So 16th of Feb. I think this is where
that's 16th. So you go next, 16th. And what's that?
The 23rd.
23rd. So there might be a Champions League round in there. Depends on whether it does kick off so fast, but it might be March. So if we've got a full gap between games there, we're looking good for City and
fresh
for City and Newcastle. Yeah, and I might not be around for the Newcastle game. In fact, I'm definitely not around Newcastle. I'm going to be away with work, so we need to think about that one, Jack.
Yeah.
Maybe Eddie steps in, but Man City, if I have to go to work on the Sunday as well because we're traveling, I might not even be around for Man City. So that's going to be a bit of a shame missing those 2 games. Bit gutted. Yeah. But yeah, I think literally we get those 2 would be the crux of the season, won't they? If we're trying to build up to a crescendo, those 2 are the big 2 where we need people rested, the squad in, and really go for it. And then the fixtures after I'm not too worried about. Villa
Yeah,
away is a
look
bit
at
tough,
them.
but they've been
I
a bit
think,
hit and miss.
yeah, that game, as we know, City, Newcastle, and Villa. I think those three, and of course the Everton game. So 4 games in the space of 5 weeks.
Mm.
I think they'll define our season. If we can come out with of those games, at least minimum winning 4 out of 5, I think we'll win the league. Certainly, or we'll be in with a massive running. Really,
Yeah. Just to say to Ant, we don't need to win, mate. We just need to draw. We're 3 points ahead. You get a draw, you're guaranteed top. So we don't need to win. So he can just rotate, and it's PSV. They shouldn't be that. I don't know how well they're doing, but
yeah. I quickly look at the table.
yeah,
Goal difference as well. Like that's what's going to be mad though, Gags. In terms of we can just relax, as we mentioned with the other next to the knockouts in the Champions League, but because it's going to be absolutely carnage in match week 8, and then even still for the teams that finish outside, even you could be looking at Manchester City possibly playing an extra 2 games sandwiched in between. Because City there,
PSV seem like they're on a bit of a run in 16th. Won 3 of the last 4. Just hover over the wins. You can see who the teams are. If you just hover over the W's.
Oh,
on the right.
Oh, sorry.
There's the W's on the right. You know where it's the win loss.
Yeah,
So
got a
that was a draw. The beat
4-0.
Girona. Yeah, that's fine. The next one was Shakhtar. Who did they lose to? Brest. So yeah, I mean, yeah. So they haven't actually played any major teams in that run there.
Even still, because you got Milan there on 12. You've got you're looking at Real Madrid on 9, especially if they're playing Salzburg at home. If they don't win tomorrow,
they will now. They'll start winning again now. You know what they're bloody like.
Yeah,
yeah.
That'll put them on 15 points. But hopefully, the main one there down there in 24th don't qualify. Or
drop to the number? No, they're gonna end up, aren't they? Unless they lose, it'd be so funny. But I doubt it. They're back on a run now. They're going to go for the Champions League now. I think that's what they're doing. Damo, I don't think he's playing mind games. I think he's just using his skills for French journalists for sure. That makes sense. And I think all of the Lille media and the French media would have been there to see Ibu. Like literally, if there's a world class or at least a French player that that plays for the national team, that's really important. For them, I think they would want to see him. It's just a treat to interview him or speak to him or whatever. So yeah, I think that's what Liverpool probably did is make the press happy that they got to meet Ibu. So it's always nice to see your countryman. What else is there here? Yeah.
Best French centre half in the Premier League, by the way, Gags, as well. Just saying. Saliba. Sorry, lad.
Yeah. Daniel, thank you. Yes, people, please smash a like on the video. We appreciate it. We're not going to stick around too long today. As Asgar is saying here, he thought Chiesa impressed again. We I think he's very direct, and I think it would be nice for him to kind of go above Diaz in the pecking order for one game, just to wake Diaz up a little, and also just to see how Chiesa does in a full game, because I think he's really direct and goes for shots, and he's I love him. He's just a tricky little player and very passionate. Like I just love I was saying in Discord, I love the Italian overacting. Like he was like, I just love it. Did you see him celebrating on the weekend against Nunes? His arm was just like going like this. It's like he's running like this, like going mental. I'm like, so much passion in him. I think that's just the thing that you get out of Italian like footballers, isn't it? It's just pure passion and energy, and it's like so glad to have him. I just hope he gets to play a little bit more. That's all. I really just do hope he gets to play a little bit more. But what else can we talk about? Who else is in the team that we haven't covered? Endo coming on and being pretty important again.
Controller. I think we can see a bit more of that, especially as with the fixtures that we've mentioned anyway tonight. I think in the next couple of weeks, if we are in a position in the Premier League, I think it's going to be probably one of his main responsibilities, really, just keeping that composure from a defensive point of view, the structure and everything about Liverpool's game. But tonight, solid. It's exactly what you want from Endo, really. Nothing too major, really, coming on and very much steadying the ship. Because Arne Slot, like all of us, we were disappointed, but most importantly, the manager, he'll be banging his head against the wall at full time. But like, lads, what are you doing? Doesn't matter if you're playing Lille tonight or if not another top side in European competition in the next couple of weeks as well. You need to be on it from the whole 90, 94, 95 plus minutes. Sometimes you do need the reminder though as well, just to focus back on task.
Simicast's crossing was excellent again, I thought, as well. He just got a one of a left foot, that guy.
Do you think he's better going forward than Robbo for you in terms of his game this season?
The thing is, Robbo came on the other day and pinged in a brilliant cross as well. But when he's running and crossing, Robbo's good. It's when he has to stop and think about it. They just, and Robbo's corners have been woeful. To be honest, Trent's corners have been really bad as well. So
especially considering the quality of them, mate. Like it need to be doing much better, don't they?
I do. Both of them need to step up on the corner routines, really, for some reason. And we need to get a set piece coach. We just need to get one. I don't know what we're doing with it, but we need to figure one out to make us better on those, because we get so many corners and we've got such good height in there. We need to either use them as decoys and get our forwards in the right positions, like Nunes or Diaz or whoever, pretty good at headers. But I don't know. Even Dom's got a good header on him, so we're just not. I don't know. I'm just perplexed by how low our set piece goal count is this season. I mean, the brilliant thing is that we're not reliant on that at all. How good are we with open play football? And did you watch Monday Night Football, or did you see the graph that they put up?
Yeah, I've seen Arsenal getting laughed off the park again. Like at how poor they were, like was it 19th, 18th in terms of like the you go down the wide areas. No surprise, because everyone's been calling them Stoke City 2.0, and Mr. Pulis himself anyway, Arteta, Lego head. Well, yeah, it's mad. The multi-millions that they play like, and Forest this season have been playing better transitional football than Arsenal side, but yeah, bit of a madness.
Yeah, I think Antico is agreeing with you. Arsenal are Stoke 0708, and Jan, our friend over here, saying Boss Squad still hasn't fully clicked yet. And it's mad, right? Like, not everybody is either on form or clicking at the same time. Like Grav, I'm glad he got 45 minutes off today, to be honest. I really hope we can try and give him a bit more time off so he can come back a bit stronger, because he started the season really well, and it would be nice for him to get going again for us. I'm surprised, Jack, that we end up going back to transfers all the time. I'm just surprised we haven't looked at any kind of DM or, just really surprised. Like, if the Curtis stuff today, when he went down, he's come off, we didn't know if he's an injury or not. But if he is injured, we're down a midfielder big time.
Yeah, massively reliant on, as we mentioned, with Endo, mate. But we know, obviously, even Arne Slot's stance on Endo, he does a job, but I think a massive indicating factor in previous loads last couple of months coming into the season, mate. It would only an injury, and you get called negative. Like I've been called negative over the years as well. But it's called proper planning, though, mate. Isn't it? You've done countless shows this season. It's always like in any form of business, you've got to have a plan just in case something goes wrong, and then have a backup plan, like just in case that one doesn't work out. So it's about being precautionary and thinking into the future as well, because not just this season, mate. We need to be, if we want to be doing what we want to be doing, have every best opportunity for Liverpool to win games of football. Like,
Agreed. It's an interesting one. I don't know. I really do hope they. I mean, I have no hope, actually. There's no point in me saying I hope when there's no hope. It's not. We just have to get lucky. One person we haven't talked about yet is little Harvey, who I thought came on and was having a bit of an impressive display, actually. That pass is what led to the sending off, wasn't it? He's just this really nice, just had some really nice touches today, I thought. Sometimes, obviously, he's not got the pace, so players overplaying it to him was just annoying the hell out of me. It's like, hey, he's not going to get there. And the other team has got some youngsters that are fast, so play it to his feet, please. That would make sense for Harvey. Like, it's Harvey, play it to his feet. Once it's on his feet, he can do stuff with it. Yeah. So I just wish some of the guys were a bit more smarter when they're playing it to him. Needs to be very close to around him, because he's not got that pace. So we need to play to his strengths rather than those weaknesses. If that makes sense, we have to be a bit more clever with those things. So, but yeah, maybe if Curtis does have a bit of a,
I think he'll get his opportunity.
Yeah. I think he deserves it as well. I think he should get to show it. Ant is sending us a lot of messages today. Great stuff, Ant. Elliot is brilliant. Hope he starts getting starts more regularly, especially cup games. I do too. I think PSV is coming up, Plymouth's coming up, maybe even Spurs. Who knows? It all depends on what happens with Jones. Fingers crossed Jones is fine. But even so, if Jones is fine, I think Harvey should start getting a few more minutes. I do want him to see. I want to see how he does. Because there was a link last week or 2 weeks ago, wasn't there, to moving away from Liverpool? I need to come out on the weekend or at least, I think it was the weekend or
Yeah, it was
this week.
Brighton one a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? Yeah, the Brighton
I
link.
don't want to go. I want to fight for my place. And I think that's what Liverpool fans really want to hear, right? From their players is, no, I'm not. I think Chiesa's come out and said it as well. Don't want to go. I want to fight for my place. So all those rumors of him being homesick, a little bit untrue, I think.
Squashed. Yeah. It's having that hunger though, mate. And we just mentioned with the transfer window, but even still, those players, they are playing for the career as well. Like, because this squad, obviously, we're only in the first year of Arne Slot. This squad will evolve, and it's important that these players, Chiesa, Elliott, that they do their most possible. And this is probably where Liverpool are the massive beneficiaries, really, in terms of the performances, really, in all accounts, across even in Champions League and the Premier League. We're in such a strong position, but in the next year or two, let's hope that we are in a much bigger, stronger position going forward, so we can go possibly back to back in certain competitions. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Jan saying his celebration interview tonight, saying he's not going anywhere. Chiesa is a shot machine. Nick says, hope he starts to get more minutes. Yeah, there's so many players with underplayed minutes, and there's so many players with too many minutes. It's just, I'm just getting frustrated with the manager, like this part of things. Like, come on, give some guys, play the full team and play one player that just could play some minutes, So you're strong everywhere, and it's just that one that you might not trust. Give him a go. Ipswich is a great time to play some of these players, maybe. I don't know. Wyco's saying, seen a lot of chat about how good Darwin played. I thought he was average at best, poor when it counted. Maybe so. It's not about how good he was. It's just the touch seemed a bit more confident. That's what we're saying. We didn't say he was great.
I think he was
like,
with that one, he was let down by the players around him, mate. I don't think it was Darwin's best game of the season. Even we've mentioned with Salah's, there was a lot of very flat performances tonight, mate. But would have been nice if Nunes scored a hat-trick, but he's not. He didn't get that many opportunities tonight, mate.
Looks like we have a good slot interview to look forward to, according to Jan. So we'll do that as well on Prime after this. And to be honest, I don't want to hold you too long now, because you've done the whole watch along as well today, Jack. So unless there's anything else, that you think we've not covered today, because we've tried to mix it up a bit. We did a bit of transfer here, we did a bit of fixtures. I think that's what we're more focused on now. After getting that win out the way, kind of closer to finishing top, we just need a draw against PSV. I think it gives us the opportunity now to kind of just, rest for 2 games. Give our players that time in their legs.
A very much a valiant effort again from especially Lille this evening, mate. But again, thank you as always, mate, for having me on this evening, and it was always a pleasure. And Reds, we go again into the Ipswich game on Saturday, and let's get 3 points on the board, and then let's keep on grafting hard, working away this season in all competitions, even in the League Cup and FA Cup, whatever does happen with them, mate. But it's always a joy watching the mighty Reds, mate, and even better when we are winning games of football. But
absolutely love it that we're back to winning ways, 2 wins in a row. That's what the most important thing is. Great work, guys, as always. Really enjoyed your coverage, Oscar. Thank you so much. We appreciate everyone's support here. Please do support Jack as well on the watch alongs and all this other stuff that he does. So make sure you follow him on Twitter if you're on Twitter as well. Jack, what's your Twitter handle?
Jack McLFC. Yeah,
Jack McLFC. There you go. Simple.
Yeah,
So thank you everybody for tuning in. It's not been a too long one today. I don't think the game had too much else to talk about. Thank you, Pac. Appreciate it. Thank you, Damo. You guys are always around. We really appreciate you having you here, and Jan as well. Thank you. See us both. I hope you see us both on at the moment. That's the plan. Both of us on Saturday. Fingers crossed. Unless someone pops in and says, because I'm not actually actively looking for guests now. They just come to me and say, hey, can I be on your show this weekend? So if they're not coming, then it's me and Jack again. So yeah, we'll be back on Saturday, and fingers crossed it's another 3 points, because again, it's applying even more pressure onto that rest of that league, which seems a little bit soft at the moment. So as long as we're strong, they'll just stay soft. That's what we want.
It's a whirlwind around outside of Merseyside, and yeah, we're just going to be here like this week, guys. I don't know. Quickly, did you enjoy the post match content from the Arsenal fans? Because I certainly did at the weekend.
My
I
God,
know
it was
enjoyable to say the least.
It was. It's so much fun when they lose their crap, and especially that they had a last-minute goal disallowed. That just added to the sweetness of the weekend. I thought the fact that United lost on the same day, again, added more. What is it? Cream on the top. It was just a great day of football, a great weekend of football for us. We won last minute. Never a better way to win than last minute. And yeah, I just think we've had a lot of these weekends. I want them to continue where the opposition drop points, and Forest looks strong again, but they then conceded 2 goals. So again, there's a softness coming into Forest now, who hadn't conceded for a while, and then conceded against us. And then was it Saints? They played the Saints, didn't they? So, and that you don't expect that, do you? Really, to concede to them 2 goals to them. So I'm hoping we things push on, and we, like I said to you, we just need to get to that Everton game, winning all the games, making sure we're at least 9 ahead of everyone. That just strikes fear into people, being 9 points ahead, close to double figures.
Pressure,
it
man.
does, people start to break and people start to give up. So, we're going to have to share this last one from Jan. Everton Spurs United fighting for the 18th place trophy. Absolutely love it.
Love it.
Okay. That's a great place to end it. Laughing at them guys. Thank you all for watching in. It's not the most excited result. I know the Champions League games at the moment not meaning as much as well. So, but nearly 1,000.
Will do very soon.
Yeah, they're gonna get heavy soon, and that's when me and you're gonna be panicking.
Now we'll be coming on here. Yeah, we'll be shaking our head, rubbing our head, going, "What are we doing?" That's when the pressure intensifies.
Oh wait, last one. Let's leave it with this. That was never a handball by Havertz. Come on.
What do you mean, Damo? Did we change the rules of football after the end of the weekend? Didn't you? You went to the FA.
The best bit was that no one's. They was like so blind to it. They were so
full on delusional.
Replays of him doing this, and they're going, "Where's the handball? Where's the handball? Where's the handball?" It's like flipping heck, lads. Like, rose tinted glasses just went to another level. It was just mad. Yeah, the bias was reeking out on the weekend. They feel so hard done by as well, and they feel like they're the first team to be done over by VAR. Like, Liverpool know what it's like to be done over by VAR. Ask us last season when we had fucking goals disallowed that were goals, like real goals.
When television cameras weren't showing, television companies weren't replaying the replays, when the whole world knew it was on, it was a goal.
Red cards were given that weren't red cards, and you're telling us that, that you're hard done by. I'm sorry, we don't feel the sympathy. Every single club actually in this league gets hard done by, maybe apart from Manchester United and Man City, but literally every other club gets hard done by in this league by VAR at some point. I live in a city, Wolverhampton, and literally they have the worst record with VAR. They have had some horrific ones. So I mean, we got an apology from VAR, but I don't think Wolves ever got one. I'm not sure, but it's mad. It's mad how bad it is, and yet the fans that getting it one season are just all over it and making excuses. Same old Arsenal, always cheating. There you go. But yeah, right. We said, see, this is the problem. Start talking. We don't shut up.
We have a good time with post matches anyway. So,
that's it. Right. Have a great evening. Thank you all, and we appreciate you being here. See you on the weekend. Actually, no, I'll be back before the weekend. I've got Chat G&G on Thursday. So have a great one, Reds.